Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Thursday, December 11, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, the BDF will now have a permanent presence at Corozal Free Zone. $8 million Northern Fortress operation ongoing, and Cabinet approves permanent residency for bona fide investors. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Yes, I want to do farming. Fruits, vegetables, anything. You don't have to go there and buy, you have your own thing.
This never happened when I come in the two baby. That's why you do.
200 lots, more lots than people with the land of cross here. So when I pick them when I ban yet to get land.
You could look at all of them, how happy they are. They're so, man, these people don't know how to express themselves right now.
People who have never had a land before, will live here for years, finally get something to say, okay, I have something in my name,
So when you get a piece of land, you have to hold on to your land. You have something to pass on to your picnic.
Use your land, make it useful.
Don't sell your land because it is gold. You're investing in your own selves and your children down the road.
I know how to say thanks again because it's a great achievement.
It's Christmas time at Brothers Habet, and we have some great gifts for you, like our signature 15% off all Berger, Penta, and domestic paints, and 30 to 40% off selected and discontinued colors. 15% off all power tools, 20 to 30% off select tiles, 20 to 65% off light fixtures, and 40% off sunlight windows and mirrors. Also, GST free days on December 6th and 20th. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Brothers Habet and Habet.
Today we gather not only to plan but also to reaffirm our commitment to excellence, modernization, and serving the Belizean people with integrity, competence, and a sense of vision and purpose. One of the most powerful ways to address crime is through continuous professional development.
This training strategic planning workshop is not just another meeting or another administrative exercise. It is a deliberate investment in the professionalism, readiness, and the future of the department. Effective training improves outcomes. And when outcomes improve, we gain public trust. That trust is a pillar of policing. Without it, no department can succeed. But training by itself is not enough. The quality of our policing will only improve if what is learned in the classroom, workshops, and field exercise is implemented on the ground. And the commanders are the critical link between training and performance. You as leaders will shape the training agenda for the next 3 years. You are the ones who will carry this plan back to your formations. You are the ones who will turn strategy into actions.
This a trend, New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. Under to my agony, strength in it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who are take the crown in a 2026? This a Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the happy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. As the government looks to bolster law enforcement presence in the Corozal Free Zone, the CFZ management today handed over a brand new all-terrain vehicle to the Belize Police Department alongside a building that will serve as headquarters for the Belize Defense Force at the zone. The ATV was donated by Free Zone investors and cost almost $40,000 duty-free. The building costs $71,000 and is the property of the Free Zone management. Currently, there are under a dozen police officers at the zone. They will now be complemented by a similar number of soldiers. According to the government press office, the facility and ATV will allow for enhanced security monitoring and operations as personnel can remain on site. Here is Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Oscar Mira, and Minister of National Security, Honorable Florencio Marin Jr.
It is much more than just handing over of two assets. It is about how we respond together when our security is threatened. And I can go and cite many instances in the free zone where the security of the free zone has been breached. We have seen the risks to businesses, to officers, and to ordinary citizens. And these are not simple issues. They are real worries for the people who work and invest in the free zone. And it was in the bi-monthly interagency meetings where customs, immigration, police, BDF, Baja, and the free zone management and others sat together that this reality was made. And around that table, we spoke plainly about the challenges, and for those honest conversations came practical solutions.
Outside of providing over 2,000 Belizeans jobs and impacting the lives of more than 5,000 people, the Corozal Free Zone has been one of our main foreign currency generators for Belize. In recent times, the region has been plagued with the plight of transnational organized crime. Belize is no different. You all would know. It's important that the two pillars of national security, Ministry of Defense and Border Security and the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise, work together to combat this transnational plague that we are all suffering from. Today's handing over of living accommodations for the deployment of soldiers and a UTV for the mobilization of this patrol is but one demonstration of the government of Belize and Plan Belize 2.0 to ensuring that the security and stability of Belize remains intact.
Chairman of the Free Zone, Emil Greenidge, provided important statistics about the zone and emphasized the need for ramped-up presence of security personnel.
The Corozal Free Zone this year, exporting net value almost $257 million Belize. And we had visitors this year, accounted reach almost like 160,000 visitors. And of course we have almost 300 businesses in the zone. Now this is no small activity, as you notice. It's an economy that is thriving, since most of us know that we had issues with COVID. So now that the free zone is moving along, of course you will have situations like in any small village or town whereby you have illegal activities, investment, entrepreneurship, and so on. But parallel to that, you will have illegal activities and individuals and businesses that may want to create mischief. So we welcome this well thought out situation, this well thought out environment that we are creating for the border area. It's very active and very, very busy, and requires that the security forces step up their manpower and personnel. The free zone does have a security itself and the border management, but not trained officers like the BDF and police, and we welcome them. Hence the reason for this building behind here.
Prime Minister John Bersenio announced during a morning show this week that in the last quarter of 2024, the administration under the National Security Council approved the Operation Northern Fortress and pumped in another $8 million to bolster security in the north. Today, Minister of Police Oscar Mira was asked what it entails.
Yes, indeed. A lot of resources are being put into that operation here, and which includes all the northern part of our border. I will not go into specifics of what we're doing because of national security issues, but what I can say is that there will be more personnel on the ground, there will be more operations happening along our northern border. So it's not just for the free zone, it's not just in this area, but along the northern border between Mexico and Belize.
Right. And do you think this will assist in the movement of illegal goods? We're talking about cigarettes and different types of goods that are being contraband?
This operation is going to ensure that whatever it is that we need to do to make sure that those illicit activities stop or contain, that is what we're going to do. So operations here in this area is for the people to feel safe, is for those consumers who come to the zone to feel that they are in a safe environment, for the investors to feel safe, and for everybody who works at the free zone to feel that they're in a safe environment and investors can invest more money. Our workers are feeling safe at their workplace, and those who consume and come and buy at the free zone feel that they can come and do so in a safe environment.
The Prime Minister also stated that he recently wrote Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum requesting assistance for more Mexican forces along the border to serve as deterrents for the cartels. Minister Mira says we need the assistance.
Of course, these are topics that we discuss at National Security Council, and we can't do it alone. This is going to be a collaborative effort, not only here with the different security agencies in Belize, but also the efforts and the work that we do with our partner in Mexico. Mexico has been a great partner to us when it comes to security. We do work very closely with them, and I think that this is just going to add to the collaboration that we are having with Mexican authorities and the Belize security forces.
Cabinet has approved that bona fide investors who have made significant commercial investments in Belize of not less than $500,000 be allowed to hold permanent residency status. The Ministries of Immigration and Investment would set out the requirements that must be met. There is no indication as yet what those would be. Permanent residency would allow investors to live and work in Belize indefinitely, but they would not qualify for automatic voting rights for a Belize passport. It would be a more limited measure than a citizenship for investment scheme. As we reported, National Security CEO Francis Usher is currently acting as CEO in the Ministry of Home Affairs. However, that is about to change as the Minister of Home Affairs, Oscar Mira, today reported that the Prime Minister is to make an announcement shortly.
Yes, I have discussed with him and we have come to an agreement. I think that CEO is going to be named very, very shortly. We do need to go through all the administrative issues that happens when that appointment is made. It is a recommendation that I give to him. At the end of the day, the Prime Minister appoints and he decides who the CEOs will be. So it's a PM's appointment.
But is he looking at your recommendation?
Yes, he is looking very favorably at the recommendation that I gave him, and I think that an announcement will be made very, very shortly.
Has that individual been approached? Has he accepted or she accepted? Because it could be a he or she.
All the background work has been done, everything has been done, and it's now for PM to make that announcement.
After the break, FFB launches 4-year strategic plan for women's football. Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, Select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Football stakeholders from across the country gathered in Belize City this morning to meet with the executive of the Football Federation of Belize for the launch of the 2026 to 2029 strategic plan for women's football. The sport has started to gain momentum on the women's side, and FFB President and CONCACAF Vice President Sergio Chuk said they would like to develop a structured approach as the sport grows. Philip Marin, FFB's technical director, also shared some of the key areas that the plan will focus on.
Today we're here to launch the Women's Strategic Plan for the year 2026-29. It's a 4-year plan on how we plan to develop female football. We've been working with female football for the last 10 years at the Football Federation of Belize, but it's time to take a more structured approach, and what we've done basically in the last 2 months is get the stakeholders together to develop a comprehensive plan for female football.
The government of Belize has taken a major step forward in modernizing public services with the official launch of the new Civil Registry and Vital Statistics System. The initiative, introduced by the Ministry of E-Governance in partnership with the Attorney General's Ministry and supported by the Inter-American Development Bank, promises faster, safer, and more accessible services for Belizeans nationwide. The upgraded digital platform allows citizens to securely access birth, marriage, and death certificates from anywhere, verify electronic documents, and complete identity verification online. Officials say the system will streamline processes that have long required in-person visits and paperwork, reducing delays and improving overall efficiency. Leila Burgos is the Deputy Registrar of the Vital Statistics Unit.
For many decades, the Vital Statistics Unit has carried the immense responsibility of recording and safeguarding the key life events of Belizeans, be it births, marriages, adoptions, deaths, using manual paper-based processes. Their work safeguarded the identity and legal rights of our citizens long before digitization became even possible. Today's launch stands as a tribute to their dedication, perseverance, and the invaluable historical records they have preserved across generations. This moment also represents the power of collaboration. The development and implementation of the civil registry and vital statistics system have been made possible through strong partnership across government agencies. International collaborators, technical experts, and dedicated team who work tirelessly to bring this transformative project to life. We express our deepest gratitude to each institution and individual who contributed expertise, resources, and steadfast support.
A key feature of the new platform is its integration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, which will enhance data accuracy and help government agencies coordinate more effectively. Despite the shift toward digital accessibility, the Vital Statistics Unit will continue offering in-office services for those who prefer traditional methods. The VSU falls under the Office of the Attorney General, Honorable Anthony Sylvester.
Today marks a pivotal movement in the modernization of service delivery in Belize, particularly within one of the most fundamental areas of government administration, that is the registration and issuance of vital records. As Ms. Burgos had chronicled, for decades, obtaining a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, or other vital documents operated in almost an outdated way. In particular, it required individuals to appear in person at our offices. And these procedures, as she had outlined, they were entirely paper-based. They often resulted in extensive lines, delays, and unavoidable inconvenience. Expedited services were confined solely to the main office in Belize City, creating additional challenges for residents across our districts who required timely access to their records. And this environment, of course, as everyone is well aware, not only strained administrative capacities, but also place a significant burden on citizens, one that they have consistently and justifiably sought to have addressed. And today, with the implementation of the CRVS system, we are ushering in a transformative change. The CRVS introduces a fully digital, modernized, and secure system that fundamentally improves how vital records are requested, processed, and delivered. It replaces paper-driven, in-person procedures with an efficient online platform accessible from any location, whether at home, at work, or on a mobile device. And this transition represents a significant advancement in convenience, reliability, and accessibility for all Belizeans.
According to the Ministry of E-Governance, the launch represents a significant milestone in the country's ongoing push toward digital governance, ensuring that public services become more citizen-centered, transparent, and future-ready. We note that users have complained about the doubling in prices. We'll have a response to this in a subsequent newscast. Honorable Dr. Osman Martinez, Minister of State in the Ministry of Economic Transformation, was in Washington, D.C., where he engaged in a series of high-level meetings. He met with U.S. Senator Rick Scott, Senator Ashley Moody of Florida, Joseph Salazar, Acting Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Western Hemisphere Affairs, Daniel Watson, the Assistant United States Trade Representative for the Western Hemisphere, Susana Cordero Guerra, World Bank Vice President for the Latin America and Caribbean region, and senior representatives of the Inter-American Development Bank. The meetings were aimed to strengthen cooperating between Belize and the U.S., with the hopes that it could help foster further collaborations with multilateral financial institutions. The government noted that investigating ways to promote Belize's emerging energy sector and assist initiatives to raise the nation's long-term energy generation potential were major priorities. Additionally, Minister Martinez emphasized the importance of obtaining final U.S. approval to allow the importation of green coconuts from Belize. Opportunities for public sector investment projects to boost trade competitiveness and obtain concessionary development financing for the agricultural sector were also discussed, with a focus on strengthening value chains, boosting climate resilience, expanding market access, and improving small farmers' access to affordable financing to boost production. Notably, the minister was accompanied by American sugar refining representatives, including Mac McLachlan, Vice President of International Relations at ASR. After the meetings, the minister is expected to tour ASR's operations in Florida. In court news, interdicted exhibit keeper Mario Bustillos is set to proceed to trial following a sentence indication in which High Court Justice Nigel Pilgrim indicated he would face a year in prison. In 2023, Bustillos was charged with willful oppression after putting out as garbage marijuana-infused gummies, which were later brought out from the garbage dump by garbage pickers. These were subsequently sold to school children and others who ended up getting sick. Bustillos is being represented by Nazira Miles. After hearing the sentence indication Wednesday, Bustillos changed his mind about pleading guilty. The matter was adjourned to January 29, 2026. After the break, despite recent loss, FFB president says women's football on the right track. And Belize Jiu-Jitsu athletes return from Mexico with 20 medals, including 8 gold. Stay tuned.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho. Y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything.
You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
This is just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together. Yes, I want to do farming. Fruits, vegetables, anything. You don't have to go out there and buy, you have your own thing.
This never happened when I community too, baby. That's what you do.
200 lots, more lots than people with the land of Equasia. So when I pick them when I ban yet to get land.
You could look at all of them, how happy they are. They're so, man, these people don't know how to express themselves right now.
People who have never had a land before, will live here for years, finally get something to say, okay, I have something in my name,
So when you get your piece of land, you have to hold on to your land. You have something to pass on to your picnic.
Use your land, make it useful.
Don't sell your land because it is gold. You're investing in your own selves and your children down the road.
I know how to say thanks again because it's a great achievement.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Today, we celebrate 54 women. We celebrate your resilience, your growth, your achievements, but much more importantly, we celebrate your power. 56 participants across these regions engaged in intensive weekly sessions in business planning, financial management, branding, digital marketing, customer service, labor laws, and digital payment methods.
The successful completion of this phase of the increasing economic forum for micro-entrepreneurial projects marks an important milestone not only for the project, but for you personally.
When I first joined this program in September, I stood among approximately 30 women, each of us with different backgrounds, different dreams, and different stories. But we were united by one goal: to grow, to learn, and to build something meaningful for ourselves and our communities. Looking back, I can say with confidence that this has been one of the most transformative experiences as a young businesswoman.
These tailored courses allowed me to have a better understanding of navigating challenges in my business, and once again, I must say how thankful I am for this program that allowed me the opportunity to grow. What I had thought was just a way to make a few bucks to make ends meet transitioned into an opportunity to build a business that will be able to sustain itself and provide for my family and to help create healthier lives in my community.
This program has given me the knowledge, confidence, and empowerment that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I'm forever grateful for the opportunities that it has given to us all, not just to build a business, but to build an impact for young women all over Belize.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. Under to mahogany, strength in a it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who are take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the heavy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
The rainforest of Belize. Nature in her most abundant and untamed state. A place of amazing wonder. So, we bottled it with passion. The alchemy of pure rainwater. Fresh, pressed heirloom sugarcane grown in this rich soil. Distilled by local artisans. Always in harmony with nature. Organically certified, sustainably committed, deeded to a trust that supports the communities of southern Belize. This is the relentless pursuit of craft without compromise. And now we share this part of the world with the world and you. We are Kopali Rum, the spirit of the rainforest.
Belize's national women's football team on November 30 hosted their Haiti counterparts in Belmopan at the FFB Stadium during a CONCACAF women's qualifiers. While the 9-0 loss for Belize was not the result that the team or nation was hoping for, today Sergio Chuk, the FFB president, said that the quality of women's football in Belize has been steadily improving. Chuk believes that in a few years, Belize's national women's football team could be competing with the best in the region.
Yeah, definitely. Over the last years, we've been putting a lot of resources into youth development and at our youth level, we are doing quite well. At the senior level, some of the youths are already graduating to the senior national team. We've been a lot more competitive. Last year, we jumped from Group C to Group B in the Female Nations League, so that is a big advantage. You know, recently we had a serious downfall when we played Haiti, but we're not worried about it because we know Haiti is at the pinnacle there. We are at the top. We are still halfway through, so you have to judge it by the level of competition. So we think the steps that we are taking now would show the fruits in the next 2 years or so, that 2 to 3 years we should be able to compete with Haiti and with the United States and with Costa Rica, but for now we're still not at that level.
This past weekend, the National Trade Union Congress of Belize elected a new executive at its 59th annual general meeting. The event was hosted under the theme NTUCB, Empowering Workers, Strengthening Belize's Future. The new executive includes President Ella Waite, First Vice President Jorge Mejia, Second Vice President Clifford Martinez, and General Secretary Timothy Dami. The NTUCB also acknowledged outgoing members Bro Karim Thompson and Roy Briseño. During the AGM, delegates unanimously adopted a resolution in light of the recent Caribbean Court of Justice ruling affirming that BTL employees are entitled to severance under the Labor Act alongside pension benefits. The resolution highlights the union's ongoing commitment to protecting worker rights and ensuring fair treatment under national labor laws. The NTUCB says it looks forward to a new term centered on advocacy, worker empowerment, and strengthened collaboration with the government and social partners. As part of the nationwide push to modernize government services, Belizean youth from the Belize, Cayo, and Orange Walk districts formed a digitization team to support the new civil registry and vital statistics system. These young professionals developed specialized digitization skills throughout the project and were equipped with advanced digital tools to help secure Belize's digital future. The project overview was presented by Maria Petch, Policy Coordinator at the Ministry of E-Governance.
The digitization team was formed by many young Belizeans across the districts of Belize, Cayo, and Orange Walk. So these are young people that now have specialized skills in digitization that, of course, would catapult them in the job market. And those skills are very valuable in that area. And finally, as part of this initiative, we now have specialized equipment that can be used for future digitization needs and will certainly be of use as the government continues its digital transformation journey in perhaps other areas.
Their work also contributed to the broader analysis of the civil registry landscape, an effort that required extensive collaboration with government agencies and stakeholders who rely on or support the civil registry, who highlighted how the new platform modernizes access to vital records and strengthens data accuracy through improved interagency integration.
Another step that we had to take as part of this journey is to really understand what the civil registry landscape is in Belize. So, as this was a very enriching process because it involved extensive collaboration with stakeholders and other government offices, many of who we have here today, those who fuel or depend on the country's civil registry. And we have a lot of stakeholders listed here. And it was critical for us to understand what role they played in the civil registry environment. And we learned a lot through that process, and all of that helped to create, or for us to design an environment that would work not only for VSU, not only for Belizeans, but for the government overall. For instance, we have the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and they are critical for the civil registry because they are the sources of the information on births and deaths occurring in Belize. So they are one of the actors that fuel the civil registry. We have marriage officers and we have the court system who are the source of information on marriages and adoptions. And we have other entities like the Immigration Department, Elections and Boundaries, Social Security Board. They depend on information or data from the civil registry to then in turn provide their services to Belizeans. So it's really an integrated environment that we sought to create through this program.
In more sporting news, this past weekend in Chetumal, Mexico, a delegation of Belizean jiu-jitsu athletes from various gyms across the country, along with the jiu-jitsu national team, competed in the Bahia Open 4 jiu-jitsu competition. The team came back with an assortment of medals in individual competition, including 8 gold, 7 silver, and 5 bronze medals. The national team also defeated Mexico in the quintet competition. Medals were won by athletes representing UB Jaguars, Cizin Academy, Diamond Nation Academy, Prevail Combat Club, and Belize Dark Arts Academy. Benita Chub, the General Secretary of the Belize Jiu-Jitsu Association and a bronze medal winner in the Masters Brown Belt Division this past weekend, spoke of the medals won and the overall experience and her hopes to host the tournament in Belize next year. Joshua Blanco of the national team thanked the sponsors.
Overall, Belize did really well. There was a lot of Belizean representation from children all the way to the adults. So with that being said, Belize got a total of gold, 7 silver, 5 bronze. So the UB Jaguars, the jiu-jitsu team, secured 3 silver medals, while CSEN delivered 3 bronze and 1 silver. Dark Arts had 2 gold medals, and DNA actually had the most, with 5 golds, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. And here in Belize City, we have Prevail Combat Club, who also came home with 1 gold and 1 silver. And that's just the Belizean side of the competition, like the individual competition. In the debut of the national team against the Mexican team, Belize won. It was a battle to the end, pretty much. And really and truly, the atmosphere was electric, especially since, like, for the first time, we had the Belizean anthem being played during the competition, right? And when all the Belizeans stayed silent and so on, it was really truly an atmosphere you needed to experience. In general, overall, Belize did really well in terms of submission as well too. There was a lot of submissions, so Belizean Jiu-Jitsu really showcased what they can do on the Mexican scene, and I can already tell you the goal is to bring some Mexicans next year here in Belize.
So our special sponsors that really helped us out, especially the competitors that travel from afar. So we're going to have the Belmopan City Council, Keycocker Village Council, and Hardwood Gym. Of course, we do want to acknowledge the appreciation that we have towards any contribution that was given during that time. Apart from that, like Mr. Ben has said, is that the experience alone was basically a part of history now. This has never been done before. We have 5 top athletes represent the nation and go against not just one person, but 5 people.
Ronald Hyde, who is the president of the Belize Jiu-Jitsu Association, was also the team lead of the national team. He said that most of the funding for the competition came out of pocket. He also spoke on the selection process for the national team, whose members consisted of Joshua Blanco, Thomas Godfrey, Mikhail Rosado, Mac Vasquez, and Ronald Hyde.
Majority of the funds had to come out of pocket. And leading up to the event, I was questioning if it could actually happen, but I'm really grateful that we were able to pull through. When it came down to selecting the national team, we wanted to make sure that no favors were being given. To explain a lot more, we ended up having a tournament whereby all the competitors, Belizean competitors, went against each other, and depending on the submission that you got, or depending if you got a submission or not, you resulted in receiving a points. And at the end of the tournament, whoever had the most points were the ones that were selected in regards to representing the country. We basically won the tournament in regards to the quintet. We were able to defeat Mexico, and I believe that shows a lot that the process that we went to select the team was one that was very beneficial, because it didn't just allow us to select the best 5. It made us had to go through a little bit of struggle and adversity well before the actual tournament. So I believe that really played a big role in regards for us getting the W.
Mikhail Rosado of Keycocker was one of the youngest competitors this past weekend. He spoke of the experience, while Blanco added that this signifies just the beginning.
I competed in the quintet division. I was part of the national team, one of the 5 members. So this was my second time competing internationally. I've competed, I believe, 4 or 5 other times locally. For me, I felt a sense of camaraderie. All of us aiming for a mutual goal made me feel stronger. Like, it wasn't only my strength that I had to rely on. I was able to rely on the strength of my teammates, right? So that was basically my experience. I believe Ben described the atmosphere as electric earlier, and I can't find a better word to describe it myself. So we're going with electric.
What the medal symbolizes to me is this is just a stepping stone towards a bigger idea. We may not truly understand how big this one little step is, but in the near future, trust me, everything is going to be expanding. We hope to touch topics or touch high schools, touch primary schools, incorporate this into bigger aspects for the nation, not just for the art, but what the art teaches young men to older men to children.
And Belize is competing in the 2nd Central American Girls Under 15 Volleyball Invitational being held in Nicaragua. The tournament began on Tuesday with Belize having an off day. Belize's first match was scheduled for Wednesday, facing Honduras, who had routed Guatemala on the first day of competition, winning 3-0. Versus Belize, Honduras took the first set 25-23, with Belize bouncing back to win set 2 25-22. However, Honduras responded by winning the next 2 sets 25-18 and 25-16, respectively, and the 3-1 victory. Belize faces Guatemala tonight, with both teams seeking their first victory in the tournament. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.